Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about the fundamental difference of taste between Japanese and Chinese green teas. Now, if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend you check out our back catalog of episodes. We almost have 150 of them, and I'll make sure that I put some up here that are germane. So, Japanese and Chinese green teas are the most famous green teas in the world. There are other countries that make green tea, Vietnam, Thailand, and whatnot, but no doubt China and Japan make the most. I do have an episode here on the fundamental differences in terms of processing, in terms of the amount of tea that they use, and the way they kill the green tea in these respective countries. So I'm really not going to spend time on that. I'm really going to focus on the taste. Now, China makes a lot more tea than Japan. Japan actually makes a very small amount. If you look at global amount and if you look at global export amount, it's even smaller. China is the big mama of Chinese tea, all teas. You think of black tea, you think of oolong, you think of yellow, white. I mean, China is the big poppy. India is pretty large as well. But Japan doesn't really make a lot, and what they do make is mostly for the domestic market. So when it comes to taste, let's just get to the point. You come to the tea store, you're like, okay, you guys have a lot of green teas that are Chinese, and you have Japanese, like we have Gyokuro, we have Sencha, we have Genmaicha, we have Hojicha on the Japanese side, and Chinese side we have Longjing, otherwise known as Dragonwell, we have Gunpowder, we got Jasmine Green. What's the fundamental taste difference? Well, Chinese green teas tend to have more of a roasted taste. So if you're looking more of like a roasty, almost like a chestnut taste, again, it's not going to be overpowering. It's going to be very subtle. And the reason for this is because the way they kill the leaves after they pluck. Remember, green tea, whether it be Chinese or Japanese, is 0% oxidized. And so over there they use a wok typically, or they used to traditionally, but they'll essentially fry the leaves on a wok. And that's going to lead to a more chestnut roasted taste. On the Japanese side, so your Sencha, for example, they're going to kill green by steaming it. And so because they steam it, the taste is going to be more vegetal. It's going to be more kind of almost seaweed, especially if you get to the Gyokuros and the high-level Senchas. They're going to be kind of a sweeter, very vibrantly green, almost like fluorescently green, kind of like matcha. But they're going to have a much more vegetal, and they would describe it as an umami taste. You know, there's the fifth sense, umami, and taste bud, I should say, the fifth taste sense, and that's umami. So there's this kind of just sweetness, vegetal flavor expression to it. It's hard to explain, but it's fundamentally different. Like if you do a blind test, and let's say you do like two high levels. Let's say you do Gyokuro, which is high level Japanese green tea, and you get, I mean, there's a lot of high level Chinese green, but let's say you get Longjing, otherwise known as Dragonwell, and you do a blind taste test, and you look at the liquor, and you taste it as well, you'll notice a difference. You will notice the difference. The Japanese teas are going to be more fluorescently green in the liquor, and they're going to have a much more sweeter, and again, not like sugary sweeter, but it's going to be a much more powerful, oceanic, vegetal, sea breeze kind of taste. Again, very subtle. Whereas the Chinese green are going to be more kind of rusty, roasted, chestnutty, buttery kind of flavor, low butter accents. What I would recommend is if you come to the store, try both. Either come on separate days or you come with a partner and one of you get a Gyokuro and one of you get Dragonwell, and then you can each share and you can notice the subtle taste differences between the two. That's what I recommend. Or if you want to buy like a 1 ounce pouch of each and then go home and see which one you like more. But they're fundamentally different. I mean, there's fundamental similarities obviously between the two green teas because they're both 0% oxidized and they're both green teas. But if you just look at the taste, they're very different. Subtly different, but very different. Guys, post in the comments, let me know, what do you like more, Chinese or Japanese green tea? Until next time, take care and God bless.